Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel so bombarded with negative thoughts, negative feelings? And whatever you do, they can't seem to get away. You're not the only one. It happens to almost everyone. And today, I've come to share ways that will help you overcome negative feelings and thoughts. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to acknowledge the negative feelings and thoughts. See, most people go through the day without even realizing they've got negative feelings and thoughts. Do you know why? Because they've become the norm. You know what happens to someone who lives outside, a homeless person? Do you know what happens? I had someone say there's certain homeless people that you offer them a home, but they won't take the home because they're so accustomed, because they are so used to staying outside. So they will say, no, this is my norm. That's exactly how your thoughts will play those tricks. The thoughts will become the norm. And then you'll say, this is the way I've always been. I've always been negative. I've always thought negative. I've always had these negative feelings. So I want you to acknowledge them. The first thing to changing anything is acknowledging that something is actually there. So I want you to acknowledge those negative feelings and thoughts. When they come, acknowledge them and say, oh, I'm now feeling negative. I'm thinking negative. That's the first thing before you do anything. I want you to acknowledge your negative thoughts. And then now you're saying, yes, come. What happens now that I've acknowledged my negative thoughts? Tactic number 2 is I want you to just shift your focus. We've all had that saying, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So if you're constantly thinking those negative thoughts, guess what? They're only going to multiply. So I want you to shift your focus to something positive. Shift your focus to something that you know is going to take you off those negative thoughts. And I know, you're saying, no, I try that, but it doesn't happen. It's because you've not been doing it for so long. So you have to do it over and over and over and over again. This is a lifetime process. Every time those negative thoughts, every time those negative feelings come up, you need to shift your focus and say, you know what, I'm not going to dwell on these negative thoughts, because I realize if I dwell on these negative thoughts, they are going to get stuck into my body. They're going to sink into my subconscious mind. So I want you to shift your focus to something completely different. Shift your focus to something that you can do. Shift your focus to something that you know is going to move you away from those negative thought patterns, those negative feelings within the body. And you know what? When you shift your focus, slowly by slowly, it's like peeling an onion. You will eventually get to the core. You will eventually get to the inside part. So I want you to shift from negative thinking, negative thoughts, to positive thinking, positive thoughts. And this is not something that comes easy. This is something you have to work at on a daily basis. This is something you have to work on day in, day out, day in, day out. And what happens after you shift your focus? Now I want you to replace your negative self-talk with positive self-talk. Replace negative self-thoughts with positive self-talk. There's a book that Shad Helmstetter wrote, and that book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. See, sometimes we have to talk positive. So for you to shift those negative thoughts, you have to start doing some positive self-talk. When those thoughts come up that you can't do anything, you say, I can do anything that I put my mind to. When those negative thoughts say, oh, I'm not going to heal of this, you say, I am getting better and better. When the negative thoughts come up that you are going to be in debt forever, you say, you know what? I'm going to work on my finances, and I know eventually I'm going to get better. I'm going to get out of the circumstances I'm in. Every day and every day, I'm getting better. Every day and every day, I'm getting stronger. I'm a conqueror. I work on myself every day. I fight these negative thoughts every single day. So I want you to change your mindset. Write some affirmations that you can actually say to yourself every day when you wake up in the morning, every day when those thoughts come up, and they are going to, because you know what? That's how we program. The thoughts are automatic, they're going to come up. So you need to come up with a strong self-talk and say, you know what? This is a battle, but I'm not going to let it ruin me. I'm not going to let this battle take me down. So I want you to fight that negative self-talk by replacing it with a positive self-talk. Next is, I want you to surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people that have energy. Surround yourself with people that are not energy vampires. We all know we've got those friends, we've got those people, we've got those things that suck the energy out of us. If you don't like something, if you don't like a place, don't go there. So surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people that lift you up. Surround yourself with people that talk triumph into your subconscious. Surround yourself with people that talk success into your mind. Because you know what? The more you surround yourself with positive things, the more your mood, or I can say, the more your vibe is going to change. And when you talk about positivity, sometimes it could be, taking a walk in the park. Sometimes when I'm here and I'm feeling down and I'm feeling all those negative thoughts, luckily enough, a park is just 5 minutes away from me. So I just go into nature. I just take a walk in the park. And you know what? Every time I come back, I feel way better. The thoughts have come down. When you go out in nature, we all know nature heals. Nature is so good. Go take a walk in the park. How about you speak to someone? Call someone that you know inspires you. Talk to someone that you know always talks sense into your mind. Talk to someone that always encourages you. You know those people, sometimes you feel down, and every time you talk to them, you come out different. You feel different for having spoken to them. So have those kinds of people, even if it's just one person or two. You know, when you're down, when you're feeling beaten down, when you're feeling those negative thoughts and feelings and emotions, which will come up, you resort to those people because you know they're going to lift your mood, they're going to lift how you feel. Something else is, I want you to do something nice for yourself. When you're feeling those negative thoughts, do something nice for yourself. It could be just, having a bath. It could be going for a run. It could be some exercises just to, get that negative energy out of your body. Because if you don't, you're going to stay in that cycle. So those are the tactics I wanted to share with you that will help you overcome your negative thoughts and feelings and get you out of that funk. And straight away, let's go quickly and have a recap. Tactic number 1 is, I want you to acknowledge those negative thoughts. Tactic number 2, I want you to shift your focus to something positive. Tactic number 3, I want you to replace that negative self-talk with positive self-talk. Tactic number 4, I want you to surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people that talk success into your mind. And lastly, but not the least, do something for yourself. Those are the tactics I wanted to share. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, And as always, it's on you. Have a great day.